In this lesson, I'll introduce you to createClass. CreateClass is used to make reusable components in React, using JSX for template and JavaScript for actions. We'll use our h1 greeting from our previous lesson and turn it into a React component. First, let's copy and delete our existing h1 tag in message. Then replace it with the component name we'd like to use. Let's say greeting, wrapped in a self-closing JSX tag. Finally, we'll define greeting and use the createClass method to define our component. Let's stop right here and run this code as is. When we open our console, we get a very cryptic message starting with error, invariant violation, createClass, yada yada something. But if we read on, we see class specification must implement a render method. With that in mind, I'll give you two laws about createClass. First, it requires an object as its only argument. Second, that object must include a function called render. Let's go back to our code, do these two things, and make this error go away. So we'll give it an object, and in that object, a render function. Stop again. Let's see what we've got. Here's a new error, and in the middle it says, a valid React component must be returned. So here's the law of render. It must return exactly one React component. Let's add a return statement and paste in the original JSX we removed earlier. Let's see if we've got it. Awesome, we've created a working React component. There are a lot of steps here, and I want to get you acquainted with seeing helpful React errors. You might see them a lot, so it's important to know what they're telling you. If you had trouble following along, give this lesson a couple more tries. Creating components is fundamental to React, and you'll need to know all these steps before moving on. Now, to those of you who are familiar with JavaScript, some of this should look kind of strange. We'll talk more about that strangeness in the next lesson.